Well, this is the third day doing the chicken coop. Basically, I'm just gonna make a, what am I have, 1, 2, 3, 4 posts here, 4 posts down the other side, and I'm probably just gonna put some gravel up here where the coop sits, and some, they seem to like the road base for their dust baths to get the mites off them, so I'll probably have all that here and then just have it all caged in, probably, you know, 1800 high around with some thick cage netting, and then I'll basically just have a door down the bottom there, and I'm going to try and make where I access the eggs at the back, so I can sort of just reach through, take the eggs, shut the door. This was a little chicken coop I sort of built just with some pallet wood that I got from work. I just basically had this old griff and stuck it on it, and I've got a solar powered auto door, comes up sunrise, sunset, and the chickens got used to it pretty quick. It's been working well. The first one lasted about 6 months and it died, so this is the second one I've got, but they're only about $70–80 bucks, so they're not too expensive. So far they've been working pretty good. But yeah, I'm trying to dig out some footings and then concrete some stirrups into the ground for the posts, and basically just form it up and cage it in. So trying to dig too much, but see how it goes. So a small little update. I haven't been able to do much because it's just been raining for pretty much since I started this. And I was actually just going to concrete these little footings in. That's what I was doing now, but it started to rain again. So I've just made a little string line to get it straight. I'm just sort of making it center to center, 2.4. It's pretty good there. And I'm just basically going to concrete these little footings in. Hopefully the rain, you know, saves me, what's it called, getting some water out here. And yeah, so I'll just try and concrete this row in. It'll probably be too muddy to keep going, but yeah, I'll concrete these in and see how it looks. I've just got them just so they're touching the top of each one. I've got these 4 in, and then I just got to basically do the other 4, and I probably just got to cut another hole out here for another post for this gate that I'm going to put in at the bottom here. So it's still raining, but I'll have to come back at this, so I'll try again tomorrow. Well, still pretty muddy here, but I've just cemented in the other side of the footings. Actually, pretty solid. So I've cemented them in. I've got 4 on each side. I just put the one in here for the door, for the gate. So now I'm just basically sort of leveling these up. So I'm just sort of leveling these up. I got the taller ones, so I think they're 2.4 high. So I'm basically just gonna couple of big self drillers down there, some roofer screws or whatever they are, and I'll put 4 on each side, so 8 in total. 1 for the gate. And yeah, then I sort of got to work out what I'm going to use to tie in between the rails, and then basically fence it in all around. But it's still pretty muddy here, which is good because I don't have to bring any water over here for the concrete. I should have dropped it in there. But yeah. Now I'm just going to sort of measure between those two, and then I've got some timber, some square posts, and I'll probably put a square post in between the two as a support. But as you can see, it's sort of raking up, so that's why I got the longer ones, and I can just basically run a string line across them all to make it sort of probably 1.8, 2 meters at the back, and I'll probably come even with that one, or however it looks anyway. But yes, that's all I'm doing. Use a few G-clamps, hold them in place once you get them level, bolt it down, and then get a measurement between these two, make sure they're square, and then cut it, and then basically just put a joiner in, so that's your support. So I've got 3 up now. It's just starting to rain again, so kind of annoying. But yeah, basically just go past the level, and then I just sort of push the post the way it has to go, and use the mud as sort of an anchor. And as I drive it in, it pretty much packs up, and you know, as you can see, it's just compacts and sets pretty good. But it's sort of the slop I've been working in for the past few weeks. That's why I haven't been able to do much. It's just like a mud pit. So I probably might do one more post if the rain doesn't get too heavy. And yeah, that's basically almost one side done. And they're pretty level. And I mean, I've only been done it with a string line and, you know, a level. Haven't really done much, but they're quite in line, so I'm happy with that.